Hello, Sean Briscoe here, CLSP Politics. So, in my next venture into voting laws, let's take a look at Florida. They're notorious for shenanigans, and they definitely live up to their name. First off, I'd like to thank the Brennan Center, whose research I used to create this series of videos. So, first thing they did was they uh, messed with mail-in voting, and then they made a really hardcore ID law. That was the first thing they did. Then the next thing that they did was they imposed new requirements for voter registration organizations. Now I'd like to speak at this by a little bit. So um, when I've worked in Florida, it was for paid field program canvassing, that kind of thing. The other kind of format that they can do the same thing, but it's like looking at the opposite. So what you do is you know who's registered to vote, and there's ways to get the information of who lives on what street. So you just run both those data sets and wash out the duplicates. And leaves you with everyone who's not registered to vote. And then you could start a field program where you would be able to do just like a regular field program. If they're not home, you can leave a door hanger talking about how to register to vote and go on to the next one, the next one, next one. And the way we would know who we're looking for is through metadata and a bunch of other stuff. When they say that these companies sell the data, they're literally selling the data. I mean, you can go buy it. That's and like I wouldn't buy anything under 1 million individuals. Just to give you an idea, the size and the vastness of this data. So what happened was the mistakes can happen. It gets lost, something it's not filled out correctly. It's a field program. Yeah, you're using paid canvassers, but they are human beings. And you gotta understand, you're talking about IDing 100,000 individuals to get a to to find maybe 1,000 that you can register. So there's a lot of just half finished things here and there. It's not a perfect system. Well, most of the things I just mentioned would be considered they've created a penalty for. Like if you have a partially filled out document, that's penalty. It's considered forged or something. Anyway, I was talking to a few people over in Florida, and they're usually in the we hire people and we do voter registration. It's these guys you see in front of grocery stores mostly. Um, they're having a hard time because these are not small penalties. If for some reason there's a delay, like somebody gets the flu or their car gets towed or whatever, and they have voter registration documents in their car, and X number of days pass, boom, penalty. So what that's done is it's made it financially impossible and to have an insured company that does paid canvassing for voter registration. It makes it financially reckless for a company to come in and do that. Because of, and we've got systems of backups and backups and backups, but just one problem, one mistake, you're done. There's your margin. Your company no longer will make a penny canvassing or doing anything because the margins are so tight. So this one is going to hurt probably field programs in general, certainly paid canvassing, anything with any kind of real organizational structure and money behind it. This is going to hurt that. So they also created what can only be described as a Republican. This is starting to sound like Animal Farm to me. You know, Republicans are the pigs, and these guys are the dogs, right? Yeah, they're there to basically go in and harass Democrats and find voting irregularities. Guess which communities they're going to be looking for those the most? Can you guess? So this is their enforcers, basically. So good luck, Florida. It's going to be a hard one. I think that even with all of this, we're still looking at at least a chance in Florida, simply because I think the women are going to vote. And at the end of the day, it's voting does matter. So, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on Florida. It's pretty rough. The ID thing's a pain in the butt because it's effectively a poll tax. Then you've got a lot of young people coming in and voting for the first time. So that's going to throw a bunch of red flags up. It's going to be interesting to see what Florida does. Well, thank you for watching. Check your voter status, like and subscribe. If you wish to support this channel, we have a PayPal account. It's CLSP Politics. Helps keep the microphones working and everything else. All right, you guys have a good day.